we go. And now I know for sure how we keep it on the low. It's a story that is never told.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to your favorite show. It's Soccer Talk TV, and we have here with us the usuals. Please give a shout out, Charles, and on my right we have
Breezy, you know what it is?
And on audio, we actually have a special guest all the way from America, right?
Yeah.
He goes by the name Jay Kofi Jr. Please give a shout out.
Hello guys, how you doing?
Sure, that's wonderful. Okay, guys, today we actually have a special edition called Rate Your Jerseys, right?
Yeah,
Okay, so we're gonna be having a rate on a scale of 1 to 10 or 0 to 10, yeah, okay, and then you rate the jerseys and then it will be displayed for you on the visual. So all right, let's get into it. First I'd like to give a special edition jersey. Actually, I don't know if you guys heard about this over the week. It was actually sent to me by one of our friends, David. This is actually for a club in Brazil. It's called Atletico Mineiro.
Oh.
And this jersey was actually designed by a fan,
Oh.
believe it or not.
Wow.
The club ran a competition for the fans for who can design the jersey, yeah. And then this was what one of the fans came up with. Just give it a look. What do you guys think?
Oh, that's a beautiful jersey.
This
Yeah.
is one of the best jerseys I've ever seen.
Exactly.
And this is going to be the jersey for the club for the season.
Wow.
For the season.
That's nice.
What do you guys rate this one? I don't know whose world map that is.
It's probably
And it's
South.
designed by Lecoq.
Looks like South America.
It's most definitely South America.
Yeah.
Wow, no, but it's a very nice jersey.
Mm.
It's actually different from the jerseys we usually
We are
see.
used to, yeah,
It
exactly.
is totally different.
It's just like when
Totally different.
Jordan joined with PSG.
Oh yeah.
That was
whole
unique.
logo,
Yeah.
That was
exactly.
very unique. That was unique.
No,
So
that's a nice jersey.
what do you guys rate this one?
I'll give it an 8.
8.
Yeah, 8 out of 10. Because of the whole map. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's actually different from what we usually see.
Yeah.
So most definitely 8.
8. You?
7.5.
7.5.
Yeah, 7.5.
Okay.
I like the design and all, but you have to really look closely for you to be able to see the
it.
nice
Yeah.
outline of the map and everything. So I'll give it a 7.5,
Okay, Kofi, what do you think?
Personally speaking, I've seen United's jersey this season, and I mean the guy did a better job than our freaking designer, man. This is some crazy ass stuff.
Oh.
And the guy put a lot of thought into it. I mean, the outline on the jersey, on the neck, and on the hands is quite beautiful and quite amazing. And the way he incorporated the logo of the club, I mean, he was putting a lot of thought into it. Quite clearly, he loves his club. And look, all I got to say is it's a better jersey than United's jersey. That's all I got to say, man. And he did amazing. So I'm gonna give it around. I'm gonna give it around a 7.
Get to it.
I'm gonna give it a 7. I'm quite disappointed in United's jersey.
7 from Kofi. Okay, I'll give it an 8 personally.
Oh, that's
I
fine.
love the detail, the color. It's too wonderful.
Yeah.
It's too wonderful.
Okay.
Moving on, so we go into your United. Kofi already gave you the intro. So, what do you guys think of United's jersey this season?
Spectacular.
Really?
It's decent.
This jersey is inspired from the kids from the 1960s, of United's old 1960s jersey. And with the change of, since Chevrolet is gone, so
Yeah.
Team Viewer is the new sponsor, as you guys can see. It will be displayed for you there. So what do you guys think of this?
I think it's not a bad jersey. I don't know why, I just like the jersey.
And
It's
if
so
you notice,
simple and
if you notice at the back, it's written the youth courage.
yeah,
Success.
no. I don't know. For some reasons, I feel like if you guys wear your white pants with this jersey, it'll be dope. It'll be very nice. I don't know. I just like the jersey. I like everything about it. The team view, the logo, everything for me. I think it's a nice jersey. It's not
Kofi,
bad.
what do
So
you
I'll
think?
give it a 6.
6. Kofi?
I'll give it a 6.
If I'm being honest, I'm disappointed with the jersey. I'll be honest, because I could see our jersey last season. It was a bit more, it had a bit more thought.
flair to it.
It had a bit more flair to it. It had a bit of thought behind it. And I felt like the designer really just put the color red and slapped a couple of names on it. So if I'm being honest, I'll give it a 5. You know, it's a really low rating for me, and I'm not really impressed with it.
The 5.
Yeah. So
Okay.
personally, for me, this United jersey, we are still adapting to the change of
Team
the
view and
sponsor.
the new
Yeah,
sponsor.
the new sponsor. I think over time we're gonna, eventually fall in love with it. But for me, it's decent. It's wearable. But there's nothing new.
Yeah,
There's nothing. Yeah, there's nothing
just
to it.
there,
Yeah, it's just a jersey to me. I don't see any flair. I don't see any thought process put behind. I think. I feel like they're having a trial run to see how the future jerseys might look like. So for me, I'd give it a 3.
What?
Yeah, a 3.
What?
Also to add, when I look at this jersey, it feels like I'm looking at the old United jerseys. It's crazy. I mean, this literally had no thought behind it. If you look at old United jerseys, they are more or less the same jerseys. So just like you said, it's just poor. It's just poor way of trying to put something together, and it's quite sad.
That's a really bad rating for United's new home jersey. So from me, I don't rate it either. But I feel like I'd have to see it when it gets here to really know how I feel about it, And the thought process behind the long sleeve also, that was a bit different. But from me, I'd give it a 6. It's a 6 from me. It's a 6 from me. Next up, we have Man City. Manchester City, the current holders of the EPL Premier League. This jersey, okay. The new touch of blue, right? And then if you see at the back, there's the time rating. I don't know if you guys noticed. The 93-20. Apparently, this was inspired by Sergio Aguero's iconic 93 minutes 20 seconds goal from the 2000
against Queen's Park.
Yeah, exactly.
The last goal.
So that's what the timing is written there. And what do you think? Aguero, Premier League legend. This is what they came up with. I like the touch of blue. The touch of blue, it's a bit. I like it, but I don't see it different from most of what they've been doing. So I don't know. What do you think?
I'll give this jersey a 3. I love blue. Blue is my favorite color, but I don't see anything special about this Man City jersey. It's just, I don't know. Looking at it, it's really dry. There's nothing special about this jersey. I'm not a fan of it. I just don't like it. Yeah.
You?
Honestly speaking, I'm gonna be a bit biased because of the 93 stoppage time, because we know United was supposed to win, but Aguero spoiled the whole thing. But personally,
I don't know if you remember the chopper that was waiting.
Yeah, let's not even. But personally, for me, the blue is quite it's there. It's shining. So usually City go for a more blend, more plain blue. But this one is very shining. So I'll give it a 4. I'll give it a 4 because I feel like it's decent. It's decent to look at, and I think it's decent for the fans to also wear. So yeah, I'll give it a 4.
Kofi, what do you think?
I mean, I'm not happy about the time that they incorporated there. I mean, what the hell is up with that? But what I can say is this: most people, if not everybody, loves the color blue, and what they've done here is amazing. I feel like there's a bit of hate from the United and Chelsea fans because this jersey is amazing. There isn't that much change, but little tweaks, and this jersey is gonna look amazing in a match. In the setting of a match, it's gonna look beautiful. So I would definitely give it a 6. Somewhere around United's jersey, because there hasn't been much change, there hasn't been much thought behind it. But this color pops, and a lot of people are going to love it. That's what I think.
Thank you so much for that, Kofi. I'd give it a 6 too. I think I'm with Kofi on this one. That touch of blue for me, it's different. It's different. It's different. I forget the side patterns. I don't know what that's about, but it's different for me. Up next, we have Arsenal, the current best producers of jersey in the Premier League.
Not in the Premier League, almost everywhere.
Almost everywhere.
Almost everywhere.
They are big with
Never
another
disappoint.
one.
They never
They are
disappoint.
big with another one. So we are going to
Never
start
disappoint.
with their home for now. I don't have too much detail on that, but what do you guys think of the Arsenal's home jersey? I'll start with Kofi on this one.
To be honest, I mean, I gotta say, this is the one thing Arsenal does not disappoint their fans on when it comes to their jersey. I mean, it's quite amazing. The colors, everything just works together. You know, the touch of blue from the outline, the way they fix up the sleeves. I mean, it's just beautiful to look at. You can see a lot more thought put behind it, you know. And if they concentrate more on their game as they do on their jerseys, I think they would have better results as a team. So I'll definitely give this one an 8.
8. Wow. Okay. Charles?
Yes.
For me personally, I think their jersey from last season is better than this one.
Okay.
That's what I think.
Okay.
What's making this jersey unique is that blue thing right here, the stripes, the
yeah.
blue stripes. It's normally here or there, but for some reasons they changed it, which makes it very different and unique. So I'll give it a 7.
Okay.
I'll give it a 7. Arsenal didn't make the best jerseys, everybody know that. But then I'm not really pleased with this jersey compared to the previous jerseys. So I'll give it a 7.
Okay.
Well, Arsenal, they never disappoint. For me, personally, you know, it is a nice touch. That blue makes it different. I feel like usually Arsenal just goes for the plain red and white, but this blue adds that flair. You see, that's what we're talking about, that flair, that recognizable flair to the fans when you're at a distance. So I'll personally give it a 7.5. 7.5. Yeah.
Not much being said from me. I'm giving this jersey a straight 8, guys. I love the red. I love the blue. The white in between.
Yeah.
It's just so blended.
Exactly. So
And if you think this is perfect, what about the away jersey?
wow.
Let me just give a little detail into that. Arsenal's away jersey, inspired by the past, ready for the future. That's the slogan for the jersey. Inspired by the past, ready for the future. I don't know if they're really ready for the future, but this jersey sees the return of the famous single cannon, from which first graced the Arsenal shed at the start of the 1921-22 season, a century ago. So, what do you guys think of this jersey? Desk?
Well, I'll give it a 7.5 again. Arsenal, like I said, they don't disappoint, and I like this touch of a bit of, you know, is it green, yellow?
What's it?
The color.
It's more like cream.
Yeah, it's more like cream. You know, it's tasty. You know, delicious. So yeah, I'll give it a 7.5, and yeah, nothing more, nothing less. Like, I'm impressed with Arsenal. If they can put as much effort in their jerseys to their performances as they were saying, that it would be more perfect. So 7.5.
I'll go next. I'm giving this jersey a 10 out of 10, guys. I'm giving this jersey a 10 out of 10. I don't think you'll see better. I don't think it gets any better than this.
I will give it a 9. I'll give it a 9. I don't know if that's cream or what, but
It's delicious.
it's
Yeah.
it's better than the red one though. It's better than
Yeah,
the
it's-
red one.
Yeah.
Definitely better than the red one. So I'll give it a 9.
These jerseys look so good on Oba. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I think
Kofi, Kofi, what do you think?
Honestly, it's an amazing jersey. I mean, with this jersey, you can see how well these guys are with designing. This one is quite simple, but the little details and touches is quite perfect. But I'm gonna be a bit biased. I'm not big on that color. I mean, the color is beautiful. Don't mistake me, but I don't like seeing that color on my body. You know, there's colors that you wear and colors that you just want to see from afar. This is the type of color that I want to see from afar. I don't want to wear it. So it would be a perfect 10 for me, but I would rather go with a 9 because of that color.
Yeah.
I don't want to see it on my body.
If not for personal club issues, I definitely buy this jersey. This is something I definitely put on.
I have to hide.
Yeah, no,
You can still
this-
buy it.
yeah.
I mean, I'll buy it. I
Yeah.
don't have a problem with it.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. We are on to Liverpool. This is Liverpool's away jersey. This kit is a nod to a cult classic of the 1996-1997 season with its off-white stone and teal colors. This is Liverpool's away jersey. What do you guys think with the polo and I think the logo and the Nike are all in 3D.
I'm not really gonna say much about this jersey. I'll just rate it straight away a 6. I'll just rate it straight away. It's a 6. It's a very nice jersey, but I'll just rate it. I won't really say much about it. I'll just give it a 6, and that's all.
Okay.
Yeah.
You?
These guys are very formal. I like the touch of formalness, you know, but it's a very nice formal look, very nice, you know, I think it's sort of a unisex kind of color.
Yeah.
So that it works for both male and female.
Yeah.
So for that, I'll give them an 8.
8. Wow.
8.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll go next. I give it a 6. I give it a 6. The material they use, it's going to be different. Like you can see that the material they use is going to be.
Exactly.
It's not gonna be your typical jersey
No.
material, So for me, it's a 6. What do you think of it?
Honestly, I like to get technical, and looking at this jersey, I mean, it's not really a jersey. You look at this, it looks like what someone would wear in a sports store selling shoes. The color is amazing, the design is great, but I feel like if you're going to make jerseys, just be a bit technical about it, and I'll just go with a 5. It's not a good one for me. Not at all.
On to Chelsea's home jersey. Made with 100% recycled polyester fabric.
Wow.
And inspired by the abstract kaleidoscopic designs of optical art, according to Nike.
Quite impressive.
No,
What do you guys think? We'll start with Charles.
I like the jersey.
Okay.
I like the combination, the yellow, white, blue. It's perfect. And I like the whole check symbols, like the thunder symbols, the square symbols, everything about the jersey is nice. And it actually looks like Croatia's old jersey. I don't know if they're still using it, but there's that resemblance there. Nah,
If I may ask,
6.5.
6.5. Okay. If I may ask, what does your 3 mean? Because today I
Thread
don't
is the
think-
sponsor, just like your what view.
Okay, but what company is 3?
Thread is a company in the UK.
3.
Yes.
Okay.
What do they do?
It is a company in
It
the
is.
UK. What do you think Thread is there for?
Yeah,
You think it's for
I know
decoration?
it's
It's not transport.
Collect
but-
trees.
Okay,
But
what
for
do
me
you think?
personally, what I wanted them to do, instead of writing the number 3, they could have written in letters. That would have been better.
But like maybe their logo, the actual logo.
The actual logo is this.
Yeah,
Is the
it's
thread. That's why it's there.
Yeah.
So I'll give it a 6.5.
This is a trash jersey. For me, this is like trash. Listen, right? I feel like Chelsea is trying to
Trying to what?
hypnotize people as they're playing
What the
soccer.
hell are you talking
Look
about?
at the patterns. I feel like they're trying to hypnotize players as they play, and somehow
How do you
Mount is
hypnotize
gonna
players?
disappear from you.
No.
Like the kind of way it's designed.
This
Really,
jersey is better than last season's jersey. So what are you talking about?
I don't think this is better
Trans-
because
Nah,
it's the
it's not.
same.
It's the same.
They just
They just change the pen. In the picture, when someone is looking like this, now it's looking like this, but wearing the same clothes. That's the Chelsea.
Sophie, what do you think? What do you think?
Definitely
So,
come
Okay,
back.
so what do you rate? What do
so
you
my
rate?
rating is
How?
1.
We'll definitely come back.
No, that's bad.
Sophie, what do you think?
To be honest, man, I could go ahead and be biased about the Chelsea jersey, but I'm not going to be. I mean, when this style and pattern of design of Chelsea jersey came out last year, I mean, you could see everyone was buzzing about it. The Chelsea fans were buzzing. Teams from, players from other teams and fans from other teams were buzzing about it. It's quite a beautiful jersey, if I'm being honest. It's on the lines of almost perfect. It's on the lines of almost perfect, just like the Arsenal jersey. My only caveat is the yellow check.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
The yellow check doesn't work for me, if I'm being honest. And what made it better than last year's jersey is the patterns. It's just quite beautiful. It's quite beautiful. So once again, I'm gonna give it a 9.5. I'm gonna give it a 9.5.
9.5.
Yeah, 9.5 actually. It's quite a beautiful jersey, if I'm being honest.
Are you blind?
If the yellow check mark was white, I would give it a 10. But it's a 9.5 for me.
So you are basically saying this is better than Arsenal's jersey.
Yes, it's better than Arsenal's jersey. Arsenal's jersey, the too much details can be a bit confusing. And guys, I'm not only looking at it in terms of aesthetics. When you're playing in the setting of a game, when you look at Chelsea's jersey, simple, straight to the point, it catches your eye. Arsenal's jersey, very complicated. When you look at it from far away in the game, it can be a bit weird to you. That's why Chelsea gets a 9.5. Arsenal gets a 9.
From me,
Even
guys.
once,
From me, guys.
How?
Honestly speaking,
Why you
I'm not
This is a
impressed.
nice jersey.
Hold on, guys.
Don't
hold on.
put
I'm not
What
impressed.
class?
I'm not impressed by the pattern. The pattern, and then they combine two different patterns midway.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's
I
on
don't-
the side.
It's like stick
Yeah.
to one thing. You
It's on
understand?
the side.
Honestly, I'm giving it like look at how
Design.
if you look at how it looks on Verna, you guys will see it in
Yeah.
the video.
You will see when they start playing matches.
I'm honestly giving it, as the sponsor already said, I'm giving it a 3.5, guys. That's my honest opinion. Next, we'll move on to a big one, guys. I think you guys will be impressed by this one. This is Newcastle's new home 2021-2022 jersey. Referenced the famous jersey worn during the entertainers era of the mid 1990s during a retro-inspired black and white shirt with a meridian collar. What do you guys think of this jersey?
Typical Newcastle jersey.
I don't think it's
Typical.
Newcastle
Nah, it's always black and white.
but this looks a
Nah.
bit different, and
Still
it's
Newcastle.
better never stops. Apparently, that means
Still Newcastle.
Yeah.
Still Newcastle.
Nothing has changed for Newcastle.
I don't see any change in this.
Still the same.
I'll give it a 6.5. Definitely give it a 6.5. I don't really see any different. Typical Newcastle.
I like it.
Just like typical United.
So for me, I'd give it a 5. You know, it has that Newcastle, feel
Then,
to it.
yeah.
And it's probably and it, this design is way better than what Chelsea did. So for me, I'll give it a 5. It's decent. It's wearable. It's literally it represents. If you're a Newcastle fan, it
What is he
represents
saying?
Newcastle.
What the hell is he saying?
Like,
Kofi, what do you think?
Lord, your children.
I might need help with this too.
I gave our jersey, I think, a 6, right? This is definitely better than our jersey, so it definitely has to get something like a 7. It's definitely typical Newcastle, but it has a bit of a twist to it, and it almost looks like blue from where I'm sitting. So I like the design, a bit different, not that many lines as they used to have in their former jerseys, and I think that helps them here a lot. So definitely a 7.
Okay, I will jump over to Everton's away jersey. Everton's away jersey. This is different from what we've been seeing from Everton. Inspired by the city's pays homage to one of the toughest earliest strips, inspired by the kit won in 1881-1882 called the Black Watch. This is impressive.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not bad.
This is impressive.
Because when you see Everton's jersey, you can just tell, nah, this is Everton. But then with this jersey, we can't really say much about
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
It's not Everton. This is totally different from the usual jerseys that we normally see from Everton. So I'll give it a 7.5 for being unique and different from their usual jerseys.
Yeah, I love what they did here. It's not pattern.
It's better than Transview, whatever they call it.
No, not the sponsor. By the phone, relax with Team Viewer. I'll give this jersey 8.
Yeah, I'd give it a 7.5.
7.5 coffee.
Honestly, I don't see much difference, and I'll just go straight to rating and give it a 6.5. Not much to say here.
Not bad.
Here we have Brighton's home and away kit. Brighton's home and away.
Well, I'll give it a 4.
Wow.
It's decent, looks nice. They're trying to cooperate more for the fans and the players, so I'll give it a 4. It's
And
decent.
they're celebrating their 10 years with American Express.
Yeah,
That's nice.
Yeah, very decent.
I love this jersey.
Yeah, the second jersey is very nice, and even the first jersey is also nice. I'll definitely give it a 7. Both of them 7. Both of them 7.
Coffee?
Sure.
Honestly, the first jersey, it feels like their old jersey with just a bit of, I don't know what the designer even did. I'm going to give that a 4. And the second one, all I see is green, and that's going to be a 3 for me.
Typical green coffee. This is not your typical green.
Yeah, well, it's green is green after all.
Yeah. Okay. And yeah, we just have a special. We have some of the other out of Premier League jerseys that we'll display for you, and you guys can do the rest. Give your homework, and you can judge based on our ratings, give your own rating, and
Part
we'll
two
display
coming up.
the other
Let's go.
jerseys like PSG, PSG's away jersey, Inter Milan, AC Milan, you know.
Yeah, if
So-
you can touch on Inter Milan there, the Inter Milan jersey is what Chelsea was trying to do. Because you can see
How
there's
Chelsea
a
did
similar
their jersey
type
before
of
Inter Milan?
pattern.
What the hell is
You-
this guy talking about?
So
What are you
I feel like
talking
Chelsea
about?
failed to do what Inter Milan were trying to do. So
How
yeah.
can you compare this snake to our? Are you? What
Thank
the
you
hell
so
are you
much
saying?
for watching the video, guys.
How can you compare this
We'll
snake?
display the other
to ours?
jerseys. We'll display the other jerseys on
Hey.
the ending of the video, and you guys can like, subscribe. Please don't forget to subscribe. Give it a
United
like.
fans, I don't
And
understand.
Thank you so much, guys. We appreciate it so much. Love from all of us at Soccer
Wait.
Talk TV.
So
How is he
Breezy,
copying?
you know what it is?
Hey, how is he comparing this to our jersey?
Thank you
This
so
is
much.
snake.
Shout out to Kofi for joining us today. Big ups to you, man, and hope we'll have you on other episodes.
We should.
Yes, you will.
definitely
Thank you
do-
very much for having me.
Definitely
Maybe we'll
do
do
a
part
part
two
two.
for
This
Art of
boy
Living.
here is saying things he doesn't know.
When more jerseys are released,
We're definitely
the
going to do a
away
part two.
Chelsea, away United.
I have an unfinished business with this man here, and we'll definitely
Thank you
continue.
so much, guys. Much
Yeah.
love.
I'm sorry, I don't talk to once.
On we go. And now I know